So I went and saw this movie in IMAX tonight, and it was packed out. I mean, everyone in this theater was excited to see a new Creed movie. And I sat down, I got all comfy, and this family sat right behind me, and this kid and dad were really excited. And the dad was definitely a Rocky fan because through the entire trailers, he was just bumping and humming to the entire Rocky theme. And you know what? Usually it kind of annoys me during trailers, but I was like, you know what? He's excited to see this movie. But right before the movie started, right when the lights started to dim down, the IMAX logo and everything, he literally said to his son, "I cannot wait to see what Rocky teaches him in this movie." And I was like, he doesn't know. Creed 3 stars Michael B. Jordan and Jonathan Majors, and is about Adonis has been thriving in both his career and family life. But when a childhood friend and former boxing prodigy resurfaces, the face-off is more than just a fight. From director Michael B. Jordan, his first time behind the camera, and he's also starring in the movie, which made me very cautious. I was like, alright. We're entering Creed 3. I love the first Creed. That first Creed movie with Ryan Coogler and Michael B. Jordan and Sly, lightning in a bottle. Probably my favorite Rocky movie, even though these is now the Creed movies. Creed 2, I like. It's enjoyable. It needed to happen because the first one was so good. They're like, alright, we gotta make a sequel. We have to. But for this one, we have a third director in this franchise, and it's Michael B. Jordan. And I just was hoping that, I don't want to ruin this really good story we got, but I can tell you, Creed 3 kicks major ass. I had a ton of fun with this movie, and I think the dramatic elements and the direction by Michael B. Jordan really does work. The biggest praise is Jonathan Majors. Now, I know we just saw him as Kang, and listen, he was pretty awesome as Kang. He was the best part of that movie. He's the best part in this movie, and my god, he looks scarier in this movie than he is as Kang. Seriously, Jonathan Majors, his acting performance in this movie is so subtle and awesome. He's big and bulky. This man got huge, and he looks great. It made me want to go to the gym and just do a few pumps. I don't know, but Jonathan Majors got jacked for this movie. Seriously, he looks scarier in this movie than as Kang. But his actual performance, his character, he's returning, seeing Adonis on this fame and glory, and you learn a lot about his character and their story and their relationship, what happened 15 years ago, and now it leads to this. Jonathan Majors' character development and acting performance, he is the reason to see this movie. He is so damn good in this movie. So is Michael B. Jordan as Adonis. I love him in the first two movies. He's fantastic here. Definitely taking more of a mentor role in the first half of this movie, but once things start kicking into gear, once things are said to each other, once he's training, then you're like, alright, Creed, let's beat his ass or anything. But we have to get through a lot of family drama and build up to that. And I will say, for the most part, story structure I have a few issues with how it was written, actually. But directing-wise and performances by everyone, Michael B. Jordan directed a great first-timer. I think the biggest thing a lot of people are going to talk about his direction is the boxing scenes. In my personal opinion, they're really well done. Really well. They move with the boxer, whoever's in the first point of view perspective. And the punches feel real. And he has said in interviews, and people are all talking about it on Twitter, he had some anime in him and he used it in this movie. I'm not an anime watcher, but I can tell watching this movie, in the final fight, you can tell when there's a style difference. Some people might be turned off by it. In my personal opinion, it made it more epic. I love what he did. I don't even want to spoil the style. You'll know. But this moment in the fight, in the final 1-2, it just made it more dramatic and just more effective. Because listen, this is the 10th Rocky movie, the third Creed movie. You gotta do something different, because the movie does do your basic, you got a person, they don't like each other, but they have a relationship, whatever, and it's building and building, and it does a good job at that. But you gotta add something different to a boxing movie. I think Michael B. Jordan did it. He gave us awesome boxing scenes, honestly. That final one, though, it hits differently. He does other stuff throughout the entire movie with other boxing scenes and fighting scenes, but that final one, it's really good, especially in IMAX. In IMAX, the scope of this movie, you could feel like you were really in the ring, and that's a huge, big honor to Michael B. Jordan's direction. Seriously, he did a great job. So did Tessa Thompson. She is great in this role. I love the daughter. I kind of actually forgot about the whole death part of the movie in the second one. I kind of forgot about it. I haven't seen it in a while. But I really like that aspect in this movie with his daughter and how he is a fighter, but he's been retired for a couple of years. And when Jonathan Majors comes in, everything changes. Besides all that, my little nitpicks is honestly just a few things with the story structure. There is a scene where they're talking about a flashback. We see the flashback. Then something dramatic happens. Then we see Adonis go to that memory spot, and then it feels so out of place because literally a minute later, he's telling the story in a very dramatic scene. It just felt really weird to me. It didn't feel like it needed to be there. I was like, there's a scene right after this scene where he just tells the scene. I like that, honestly. I really like that. And honestly, it's my only issue with Jonathan Majors. It's honestly his character. The entire movie, the relationship is there, and you feel like there's something iffy with them. After one little big fight scene with a boxing scene, Jonathan Majors' characters turns into a complete dick and completely takes over the boxing world. And I don't want to spoil his record, but like, I don't believe he got from here to here in a matter of 3 days. I mean, the movie never really gets you to see how that, but there's a training montage mixed in with that, so it could be a few months. I don't know. But to me, it was rushed on how he turned to a bad person. But in the end, I found this movie to be more entertaining and just better than the second movie. The first one is still the best one, but man, oh man, Creed 3, and if they want to continue this franchise, I'm all for it. And I know, if anyone knows, Sylvester Stallone is not in this movie, and I think they handled that well, because this is not a Rocky movie. This is a damn Adonis Creed movie. I'm going to give Creed 3 an A-. I really enjoyed this movie. I would definitely go see it again in IMAX just for that final boxing scene. Seriously, Michael B. Jordan did a great job with his first time directing. Seriously, my only issue is a few story structure points and a few rushing points of Jonathan Majors' character. But Jonathan Majors, I mean, this man is big. I mean, he's big. He was bigger in this movie than Kang. Seriously, he's eviler in this movie than he's in Kang. That's just my opinion. And guys enjoy this early movie review. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye, everyone.